In this video, we're going to talk about Lewis Hamilton, one of the most well-known Formula 1 drivers and one of the most successful in the history of the sport. So we'll start with 2007. Obviously, Lewis was 1 point off of winning the Drivers' World Championship that year, losing to his McLaren teammate Fernando Alonso. By all measures, for a rookie's first season, pretty fantastic. We'll move on to the 2008 season, where Lewis won his first World Championship in only his second season. A pretty impressive feat that really demonstrates how good of a driver he is. At this age, I believe he was only 23, so to win a championship at that age shows you've obviously got something special about you. For the rest of his years at McLaren, Lewis did not win any more world titles. However, when he went to Mercedes in 2013, taking over from another legendary F1 driver, Michael Schumacher, and partnering up with Nico Rosberg, that first year really bedded him into the team, and then obviously the following year, 2014, he won his second world championship and would then go on to dominate for the next 6-7 years, winning titles in 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2019 and 2026 at Mercedes, and obviously the one at McLaren. Obviously in 2016 his teammate Nico Rosberg got the better of him, winning it that year, but Hamilton still dominated during this 5-6 year period. However, going into 2021, obviously he faced a really tough battle with Max Verstappen, and either one of them could have won it that year obviously, but because of the circumstances with the final Grand Prix, Michael Massey etc. went to Verstappen. But on the whole, either person could have won it. Heading into this year, 2022, obviously Hamilton has had some struggles, the Mercedes has had some porpoising issues, but then as the season has progressed, the Mercedes car has improved in performance and it's been able to regularly compete with the Ferraris, I'd say. Obviously the Red Bulls I'd still say are a cut above, but the Mercedes team are still able to compete with Ferrari because they have better reliability. If we compare Lewis to other drivers of the past, you know, Michael Schumacher, another 7-time world champion. Obviously Michael won, I believe, 5 world titles at Ferrari on the spin in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 and 2004, and then he won 2 at Benetton. Michael Schumacher is someone who's considered to be a very different driver to Lewis. He's somebody who's a lot more focused solely on racing, quite cold, whereas Lewis, obviously we've seen, definitely well known not just for what he does on the track, but also what he does off the track in terms of fashion, pushing for change, social rights, etc. And I think someone like Lewis will have more of a legacy than Michael, because even though both of them have won the same amount of titles, both massively successful, when you look at what Lewis has done off the track, that's something that Michael's not commonly known for. He's more so known for just the racing, but Lewis and other drivers, to be fair, like Lando, are also known for the personality that they have. If we compare Lewis to Sebastian Vettel, obviously Sebastian has won 4 world championships to Lewis's 7, both legends of the sport. But once again, if you look at the battle of 2018, when obviously Seb was in that Ferrari and Lewis was in the Mercedes, Lewis came out on top. It was a close battle, but he did win that championship, which at that time was his 5th world championship. At that point he had won 5, Seb had won 4, and ever since then it's not really been as close. Seb hasn't really been able to challenge Lewis. If we compare Lewis to his idol Ayrton Senna, obviously Ayrton has won significantly less titles than Lewis, 3 to Lewis's 7, but when you look at legacy, what Ayrton has done off the track, he's also had a massive impact with charity work and stuff like that in Brazil. And also Ayrton's legendary status is not just solely because of what he achieved in the sport, but also what he did out of the car. So yeah, both are very well known for what they've done off the track, but when it comes to on track, Lewis has won over double the amount of Drivers' World Championships.